Oh. Alright. Your first question is probably, why? Why though, Tekking? Why? What point does this serve? Why would you go through all 100 restricted slot cards in Greed Island, in Hunter x Hunter, in a fictional card game, in a fictional story? You know why I'm doing it? Because I care, ladies and gentlemen. Because I love this story, and Togashi, the god that he is, went out of his way to create 140 cards. Granted, we're not going to go into the spell cards today. Created 140 cards with unique effects for his fictional story, and didn't even end up using all of them in the story. Just as the completionist he is, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make an actual game, because Togashi loves games, right? We know he loves Dragon Quest, of course. So he went out of his way to create 100 restricted slot cards, 40 spell cards. And in the actual, like, arc itself, Greed Island, and Greed Island is not a very long arc. They only use maybe, like, 20 of these. Like, there's probably more than that, but 20 that actually play a pivotal role. Like, how many restricted slot cards actually ended up mattering at the end of the day? Like, Paladin's Necklace was one, Archangel's Breath was a huge one in the anime, Plot of Beach they had to get from Razor. But how many of these actually played, like, a super pivotal role in the story? Not very many, but Togashi made every single one of them. So you know what? Out of respect for Togashi, he made 100 of these cards. I'm gonna owe it to him to talk about every single one of these. And for those fans out there, ladies and gentlemen, that for some reason ask, like, Tekking, you should make longer videos, because your videos, your, like, 55-minute manga chapter reviews aren't quite long enough. This is the video for you guys! Oh man, I hope you're ready for this. I have no idea how long this video is. I'm assuming it's more than an hour. You guys have that luxury. You could see the length of it down below and be like, okay, you're either like, oh, this is too long, or you're like, oh, yay! I've even heard some people that, like, fall asleep to my videos, and I don't take offense to that at all. As long as you're using my videos for something in your life, that's fine. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, if you're like, man, I can't sleep, I wish Tekking puts up a video. Oh, it's 2.5 hours long? Alright, perfect. If you can't fall asleep and by the end of this, like, congratulations, you're insomniac, I guess. Okay, so, I would suggest you get snacks. Like, that's the next thing off the cuff. Go get snacks, go get a drink. I have water, I have tea. I have these hot honey walnuts, which are probably not the best thing to eat when I have to talk a lot to moisten my throat, but I also have Teddy Grahams and some Nutter Butters down here. If you want to take something else, like, I don't really care what you have, just whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. Get a pillow behind you, nice back support. I don't really have that, but get whatever you need to get, man, because we're gonna be here a while. I also have the air conditioner running in the background because it's very, very hot today. I usually turn it off for my videos. I can usually deal with it for like 20 minutes, but this is going to be long, so whatever. Alright, 100 cards. Remember that you get to pick 3 of them. When you win Greed Island, you get to take 3 back to the real world. Greed Island is in the real world, but off the island, so we're going to be doing that today. Which 3 of these 100 cards would you like mostly to have in your life? Comment below. After I read off all of their effects, I'm going to have like a maybe pile and like a no pile and sort them out here for me, because I'm going to pick 3 as well to kind of keep my sanity through all of this. Have this little setup over here where we can actually view the cards right there. Anything else I should mention? Oh yeah, the cards that I have are in Japanese. I bought these off the Bandai website a couple years back. Really cool collector item. I really love it. But they're not in English, obviously. They're in Japanese. So if you can't read Japanese, don't worry. There's a description. There's a link in the description below that'll take you to the wiki, the same page I'm reading off right now. So I have all of the card descriptions in English, and the card descriptions are not very long, as you can see. They're pretty brief, pretty straightforward. Yeah, so that's how we're doing it. Let's just get right into it, Barry, because, you know, we've already, like, 5 minutes into this. We're gonna be here a while. Okay, so this will be card numero uno, Patch of Forest. The entrance to the giant forest called the Mountain God's Garden, where many unique and endemic species live. They are all tame and friendly. Okay, so I'm a really big fan of teleportation and, like, pocket dimension abilities in anime, and this is basically that. I guess at any time you want to, you have access to a beautiful garden that, like, little portal just appears you can walk into, and there's lush greenery and flowers, and everything smells naturey and wonderful, and there's trees, and there's little birds chirping, and little cuddly animals come up to you and snuggle snuggle up to you, and it's a great time. You know, completely removed from, like, pollution or anything by man, just a patch of untainted, unvarnished forest. Kind of reminds me of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode where Carl discovers, like, the Zeeble dimension, and he just logs out their forest and drills for oil and just ruins it. So I guess you could use that if you're an idiot. But yeah, I'll definitely put this in the maybe pile. I don't think I'm going to pick one as this as my 3, but I like the ability. Who knows, maybe I might. All right, so that's Patch of Forest, 1 down, 99 to go, kids. Next up, we have one that was very integral in the story. This was the whole dodgeball game against Razor. This is card number 2, Plot of Beach. I'm just making sure everything's going good up there. Okay, Plot of Beach. The entrance to a cave called Poseidon's Cavern. The cave changes its path at each visit, confusing intruders. All right, so kind of like Patch of Forest, but you notice it's not nearly as descriptive with the cave. It just says, you get a cave. That's it. Is there anything cool in the cave? Is it just a cave? Just like, here's a dark, dank cave that you can gain access to that nobody else can. Everyone else gets lost when they try to find it, but you get your cave. I mean, I guess maybe if you're just fed up with humanity, if you're just done with the whole human species, and like you're in Futurama with that meme, like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Well, I don't think there's any cards in here that can blast you off into space. No, but this is the closest thing you can get, where you just crawl into your cave and you just live there the rest of your life and no one will bother you. Can you hook up, does the cave get good Wi-Fi? I don't know, it's just a cave. I'm gonna put this in the no pile. For a card that was very integral during the story, this one's kind of meh. Alright, moving on to card number 3, we got Pitcher of Eternal Water. I have water and I have tea, which are the best combination in the world. Alright, so Pitcher of Eternal Water, a jar from which pure and clean water, 1,440 liters of which continually flows every day. Okay, so there's actually a magic item very similar to this in D&D. I think it's like the Endless Decanter or something. It's like uncommon magic item in D&D. The premise is very simple. You get a vase, and water continually pours out of it. You get infinite water, infinite, pure, clean spring water. Sure, it tastes incredible, very refreshing. However, even though it's infinite, you only get 1,440 liters a day, which is a lot. I'm not on the metric system, but we still measure, like, drinks and things in liters. Like, I used to work at Dollar Tree, and we would sell these giant bottles of soda that were 3 liters of soda, and they were pretty damn big. So 1,440 liters, that sounds like a lot. Like, that might be enough to fill a swimming pool. I'm not really sure. That's definitely a lot of water. You will be hydrated as hell if you get this card. So a lot of these cards have, like, really cool uses that just improve your life. Like, there's x-ray goggles in here. Who wouldn't want to have x-ray goggles? Or, like, you know, the risky die that, like, improves your luck. And then you get cards like this that are just really good for your utility. Like, if you had this, you would never die of dehydration. So if you ever end up alone on a deserted island with no clean drinking water, there you go. But in your everyday normal life, well, I guess it would save you money. You would never have to buy water again. You know what? Just for the utility of this, it's going in the maybe pile. Card number 4. Skincare Hot Springs. A hot spring that cures you of any skin condition. Bathing in it for a half an hour a day gives you skin as soft and smooth as a baby's. Alright, so it does a double effect here. Cures any skin condition. So if you had, like, skin cancer even, I guess that cures it. That's a skin condition. Or if you have, oh, what's that, I was at a party a couple weeks ago, and somebody's kid was there, and he had, like, a skin, like illness that was, like, really, he had very sensitive skin. I forget what it was called. But anyway, yeah. So if you had any of that, that gets cured immediately. And who doesn't love smooth skin? You know, who doesn't love to have a nice baby smooth skin? So probably not for me. I'm okay with my skin. I mean, my skin gets a little dry in the winter months, I guess, but, if I had to pick only 3 from 100, I'm probably not gonna pick this one. Yeah, it's gonna probably go in the no pile, but pretty cool. Card number 5, Spirited Away Hollow. Enter and then exit this hollow, and you will be transported to a desolate location within the country. Okay. Circumstances will allow you to return to where you started without you having to spend any money. Okay, so the reference here is honestly, I think, Spirited Away, Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away, which is my favorite Miyazaki movie by far. I love Spirited Away. So I guess that allows me to get sucked into a abandoned amusement park where I get enslaved by a witch of a bathhouse and I befriend a river spirit. Which I kind of sort of have a romantic relationship with. Okay, I guess that's cool. No, the wording of this card is crap. It's Enter and then exit, and you will find yourself in a desolate location within the country. So, desolate can mean, like, peaceful, like the patch of forest, but it can also mean, like, the desert. Like, I live in the United States, so if I wander there, like, into the Hollow, do I end up in, like, Death Valley, California? Like, in the middle of the Mojave Desert? Like, oh, like, crap, I'm in the desert. Like, that's cool. I'm in a desolate location. No one will bother me here, but you know what I mean? This card could really screw you over, so I love Spirited Away, but that's a hard pass for me. Gotta be honest with you. Card number 6. This is for the drinkers out there. This was Liquor Spring, or Liqueur Spring. Draw some of this spring's water, and then 1 hour later, it will become a random alcoholic drink of exquisite taste and extraordinary quality. So, if you're a really big connoisseur of alcohol, this is the card for you, absolutely. I don't drink, so that's immediately a no from me, but you could also make some major bank on this, you know? Just take some water out, bottle it, come back in an hour, it's the finest brandy you've ever tasted in your life, and sell it, and you'd probably make some, oh, check it out, it's like, you know, perfectly aged wine from 1851. Oh, that was easy, here you go, you know? You know, I wish I knew more about alcohol so I can go on and on about this. I have a few friends that work in liquor stores. Actually, I know 3 friends that we all hang out with in the same group, and they all work at liquor stores, or have worked at liquor stores, and they know so much more about alcohol and, you know, fine wine and, like, beer and stuff like that, and they could go in way more detail with it than I could. But yeah, that's a no from me, but, you know, if you're a fan of alcohol, definitely something to consider. This is a weird one. Some of these cards, man, they get really out there. Okay. Case in point, card number 7, Pregnancy Stones. God, that sounds painful. Carry a stone weighing 7 pounds each for 1 month, and you will get pregnant, even if you're male. You may choose the sex of the baby by either the female or male stone. So I guess there's a female stone or a male stone. You carry it around for 1 month. I guess just constantly you carry it around, like strap it to you, and you become pregnant. So I guess that means you're pregnant essentially for 10 months, because carrying a baby around, you know, regularly for 9 months, and then this around for 1 month. So, you know, unless you want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Junior, unless you want to live up to that movie, don't know why. I don't see why you would want to be pregnant as a male. Also, that would basically require a cesarean operation, a C-section, definitely. Something else I'm not I'm not really looking forward to. But if you are a woman that, for whatever reason, cannot carry a child, this would be the card that would immediately solve that problem. So that's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of these that cure really rare diseases in this world. So, yeah, that's the Pregnancy Stone one. I'm gonna say, I don't know, maybe... I'm not ready to be a dad. I'm gonna put this as no. Alright, card number 8. Mystery Pond. That's like Luffy's narrating that. What kind of pond is it? It's a mystery pond. Release 1 fish into this pond, and there will be more... there will be 1 more of that type the next day. You can keep any combination of fish in this pond, even saltwater and freshwater fish together. That's cool. If you're a fisherman, I guess, or if you collect exotic fish. Now, keep in mind, it's not infinite fish. If you take a salmon and you throw it into the pond, you just have 2 salmon the next day. So if you take if you get 2 salmon the next day and then take 1 salmon out and then throw the other salmon back in, does that mean you get 3 the next day, or is it double? I guess not. It just says 1 more. So, I mean, that's cool if you like fish, or if you're a fisherman. If you're a fisherman, this would definitely be the card for you. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you could repopulate, like, endangered species, but you only get 1 more. So unless that property repeats, like, you know, put 1 salmon in, 2 salmon, take it out, put 1 back in, 3, take 1 back out, 4. I guess that's how it could work. I don't know. I'm gonna say no on this one, but, you know. Card number 9. This is a cool one. Tree of Plenty. A tree that bears all sorts of fruit. No matter how much you harvest, it will be full again the next day. The type and number of fruit are random. Okay, so infinite fruit. Tree of infinite fruit. You can't choose what kind of fruit, you know, grows on the tree, but you could pick it clean, and then the next day, kind of the same thing with the water. It's like you can't pick infinite fruit at any one setting, but over your lifetime, you will have essentially infinite fruit. You know, that would really suck if, like, one day you wake up and it's nothing but, like, your worst fruit. I can't think of a lot of fruit. Prunes? Are prunes fruit? Like, if you wake up one day and it's nothing but prunes, I'm like, I'm not a fan of prune juice. But yeah, I mean, look at all the fruits on there. We got pineapples, we got bananas, grapes, So even trees that don't, I mean, even fruits that don't naturally grow on trees, like, you know, grapes grow in like a vineyard. They would still grow on this tree. Pears, oranges, apples, watermelons, that's cool. Peaches, all right. If you're a big fruit fan, you would never get scurvy if you pick this one. Just for the practicality cases, I will take this, and I will put that in the maybe pile. All right, card number 10. We're 10th of the way through this. Okay, Golden Guidebook. A travel guide that lists where and when you can meet people of the opposite sex who are your type. I'm also assuming if you're interested in the same sex, that also whoever you're attracted to, the guidebook explains to you, hey, if you go to this restaurant on Wednesday at 5 o'clock, you will meet someone that you are attracted to who is your type. Now keep in mind, that's the extent of the power of this book. This book does not help you, get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or anything like that. The book just tells you, if you go at this location at this time, you will find someone who is your type, but they might not be into you. You might not be their type, it's just who are your type. So yeah, I guess this would be pretty handy to have in certain situations. Okay, it's going in the maybe pile. Next up, number 11. We got golden scales. We have, when faced with a 2-option choice, these scales will tell you which is better for your future. Okay, so better is kind of subjective here. Like, what does it mean by better for your future? I guess it just weighs, like, the positives to the negatives, and whichever weighs positive more. It can only be a 2-option choice, but I guess you can reuse it over and over again, all right? So maybe you can narrow down the choices. You know, this would be pretty handy to have. I'm definitely going to put this in, you know what, I'll put this in the maybe pile, and then I'm going to sift through the maybe pile later. But, yeah, I mean, like, you'd be like, oh, should I, go out tonight, or should I stay inside? And just weigh it, and it's like, you should go out tonight. Okay, where do I go? This one or this place? I'm like, I don't know. It just seems like the kind of thing that you would become dependent on, like, you'd be using this at all times. You would carry this around with you wherever you go. Kind of like the Rick and Morty episode where Morty can, like, see his death. So he kind of, like, keeps changing it. Like, I will die with Jessica. I will meet to that point. Like, he's just relying on that. That's how this would basically be. You'd use this for even the most trivial thing. Even, like, you go to a restaurant, like, what do you have, sir? Number 1 or number 2? It'll be like, number 2. So, I don't even know, because that's something like you would become really dependent on. I think I'm actually going to put this in the no pile, because I don't know if I would like that. Number 12 is the Golden Dictionary. This is a Japanese dictionary. Maybe I could use this to read the book. No. Golden Dictionary. Each day you will find a word glowing gold. You should learn those words because they will come in handy the next day. All right, so it's basically like a word-a-day calendar, except this one actually does shit. All right, so if I just go to a random word in this dictionary, increase. All right, so the word increase tomorrow is going to be a big do, masu. It's going to be a big do. How do you do? Increase. I don't know how that would work. Like, I don't know, you're walking around and some guy's offering a drawing in a raffle or something and be like, you're going to increase your revenue. I'm like, oh, okay. How that would work? I don't know. Let's pick another one. Arrangement. Seiri, arrangement. Okay, so arrangement. So tomorrow, yeah, this doesn't help you though, because tomorrow I could be walking down the street and I could hear someone talking about, yeah, I heard about that arrangement. I'll be like, oh man, what's gonna happen? What's going on? Arrangement? What kind of arrangement? Tell me what the arrangement is. This one wouldn't really be helpful, I don't think. This would just make you paranoid. Same thing with the golden scales. All right, number 13. Number 13 is Luck Bankbook. This is just a weird one. Refrain from using the little things of good luck in your daily life, and you can accumulate and convert them into cash. Okay, so what I guess this is like a checkbook, but for luck. So if you are very superstitious, if you are someone that carries like a rabbit's foot around, or, you know, just carries like, this is my lucky coin or something like that. If you don't carry those items around, if I'm going to leave my lucky coin in my drawer today, you accumulate all the luck and it transfers into cash. I don't know what the exchange rate is between luck and cash. Is it like every lucky coin equates $10? I don't know. What's the exchange rate? If I don't know the exchange rate, then this is not a great card, all right? If it's like I take my lucky, yeah, here it is. I take my lucky 500 yen coin that a fan gave me and keep it in my drawer, then I get like $10,000 the next day. Like, all right, that seems pretty good. But if it's like 4 cents, then it's like, all right, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna say no. All right, number 14. These are the connection severing scissors. Cut a picture of someone you don't want to see with these scissors, and you will never see them again. Caution, it will take effect on everyone in the picture except yourself, so you can't cut ties with yourself. This would be useful, I suppose, in a situation if you just got out of like a really bad relationship, maybe, or if you're really mad at somebody. Because you don't really often take a lot of pictures with your worst enemies. Typically, you do not do that. But if you're like in a relationship and it ended really badly, maybe it was abusive or something, and you're like, I never want to see this person again, you take a picture with like you and them and just cut it, and then you'll never see them again. No questions asked. I can think of a lot of applications for this. I could see a lot of people that would be like, yeah, we would like to have those scissors. And they're scissors. They're scissors. You can use them over and over again. So, yeah, you would have to, buy caution with this. But as like a second, like, I guess a last resort of like, man, I really don't want to see this person ever again. And take a picture with them. Even if you like take a picture with them, just like, hey, I really don't want to see you again. Click. And like, why'd you take a picture of me? Oh, no reason. And then just go away and snip it. And then no questions. I can't really think of anybody that I would want to, like, sever connections with. But then again, I'm only 27. I might end up with a lot of more people in my life. I don't know. No, I don't see any applications for this, really, at right now in my life, I guess. Because you can always just avoid the individual, I guess. Yeah. All right. Number 15 is a fun one. Number 15 is the Fickle Genie. This genie will grant you any 3 wishes. Hold up now. But you need to suggest 1,000 potential significantly different wishes, and he will choose 3 from among them. No cheating by asking for different increments of money. So they have to be different wishes. You can't like, I wish for 1 bar of gold. I wish for 2 bars of gold. I wish for 3. No, they have to be different wishes. And I guess the genie will confirm, like, you write out 1,000 wishes, give it to the genie, and the genie's like, oh no, number 647 is too much like 321, you gotta change it. Like, ugh. So, it would be a real pain in the ass to write out 1,000 wishes. And I think the whole point of this is, you would start to write down you would run out of the cool things early on, right? You would start to get to wishes that were like, I wish for an infinite supply of cup holders or coasters. This is not a cup holder, a coaster. You'd start to wish for like endless supply of walnuts. And I guess the genie does not say random. The genie says it selects 3. So the genie has agency here. The genie personally looks at the list and selects the wishes. He doesn't randomly just like, which ones? Like, oh, you get $1 million and you get a giraffe. Like, okay, no, he's gonna look down the list and be like, he's gonna, this genie's gonna be a dick. He's gonna pick the 3 stupidest wishes on the damn list. So if you think that you can write down 1,000 different wishes, that all of them, no matter which one he picks, or which 3 he picks, are gonna be beneficial to you, go with this one. But I'm not dealing with that. I'm going this in the no pile. Well, okay, maybe in the maybe pile, just because it's a genie, okay? But whatever. All right, number 16. Fairy King's advice. The Fairy King offers you gentle, apt advice on what you lack or what you should fix. The annoying thing is he appears whenever he wants to. So you're just like hanging out at like a McDonald's or something and you order like a Big Mac or something, you're hungry, and then this little doofus just appears next to you and be like, you shouldn't eat that. That's not good for your heart. It's high in cholesterol. You should eat healthier. Okay, Fairy King. All right, just thought I'd tell you. Poof. Later that night, I don't know, you're in the bathroom, just on the toilet, and just poof. You should clean this bathroom. It's looking a little dirty. Hygiene is important. Poof. This would just get annoying as shit constantly. Now, he does offer you... Okay, I guess I'm being a little bit too exaggerating there. He does give you gentle and apt advice. So he's not too much of a douche about it. He's not condescending or anything like that. He's like, okay, I mean, I know that Big Mac tastes really good, but it's really not good for your heart, and heart disease is the #1 killer in this country. Maybe you should just eat something that's a little bit healthier. Thank you, Fairy King. Poof. I'm gonna go no on this one. All right, what's next? Okay, so this is probably one that's definitely gonna go yes. This is Archangel's Breath, or Angel's Breath. She cures one person of all wounds and illnesses, restoring them to perfect health. She will only appear once. So she only appears a single time, but she can cure anything. And we saw this in the anime. Gon got an arm blown off by Genthru. She healed it. Batera's wife was apparently in a coma, and this Angel's Breath card would have apparently healed her. Cancer, leukemia, you know, all sorts of diseases that exist in this world, and she can heal anything for once only. I'm going to say this is going to be in the yes pile. I'm going to put this in the yes pile of a card that I would definitely select. I don't know, I mean, then you get to the, it's like, okay, who are you going to use it on? Would you save it for yourself if you ever get a terminal illness, or would you use it on a loved one that might have a terminal illness? That's the question, but I would definitely save it, because that's such a valuable card. It's probably the best one out of the 100, if we're being straight up. Or maybe it's this one. Number 18, Imp's Wink. You will experience the most amazing ecstasy whenever she winks at you. She can appear multiple times, but be warned, it gets addictive. So I'm guessing whenever she winks at you, she just gives you a earth-shattering orgasm, I guess. I guess that's how this works. Okay. But it gets addictive, but you can just constantly do it, so it's like, oh, hit me again. Wink. Oh, one more time. Wink. Oh. So, I guess you would just spend all the rest of your days in your house. You wouldn't eat. You wouldn't drink. You would just be in a constant state of ecstasy. Just for how this could get out of hand quick, no. Not gonna tempt that fate. Alright, number 19. Poltergeist Pillow. Sleep on this pillow and your astral form will be able to wander at will, but you will turn into a real ghost if you do not return to your body within 24 hours. So it's basically the sheep talisman from Jackie Chan Adventures, which, coincidentally, I also happen to have down here. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Sheepy, sheepy. Oh, there he is. It's just the sheep talisman from Jackie Chan Adventures, basically. There you go. Poltergeist Pillow. But I guess you don't have to worry about evil spirits, evil dragon spirits trying to possess you. I mean, that'd be pretty cool to be a ghost. You just gotta be really careful. You can't wander too far from your house. So, you know, you'd be able to go around. And can people see you when you're a ghost? It's poltergeist, and poltergeists are capable of, like, altering the living world. So maybe you can, like, you know, play pranks on your friends or whatever, I guess. Suppose. I'm gonna say no on this one. Well, it'll go in the maybe pile, I guess. I guess that would be pretty damn cool to be a ghost. But, you know, be like Danny Phantom. He's a phantom. Danny Phantom, he was just 13. Or just 13? He was 14. Just 14 when his... Yeah, okay, I don't remember the whole song. I'm sorry! I'm busy doing this now. We're 1/5 of the way through it, though. Boom! We have number 20, the Mood Clock. The clock sets your current state of mind. Turn it to noon, and you will maintain perfect serenity. Thus, you can adjust your emotions according to the situation. This would actually be pretty happy to have. It'd be pretty happy to have. It's a mood clock. Yeah, there's, like, different emoticons on it, so you can adjust it to, like, noon, serenity, or angry, or happy, or compassionate, I guess. If you're having a really shitty day and you're just, like, grumpy, you're just like, you could just take out the clock and just be like, I'm happy and joyful now. Wow, that just turned my whole mood around. Man, this day is incredible. Look how nice it is out here. Maybe pile. Maybe pile, definitely. That might be pretty handy to have. Here come the X-ray goggles. X-ray goggles. You can see through things. An adjustment dial allows you to set the depth of the X-rays, so you're not, like, looking at someone and you just see skeletons. If you really want to be a peeping Tom, I guess you could do it with the X-ray goggles. You know, but you can also adjust it. So it's like, I want to see through this building, or through that room, or just that room, or, you know, on the other side of it, I just want to see the plumbing. That'd actually be pretty handy if you worked in construction. You can, like, you know, adjust it, be like, it's like, oh, I want to fit, where's the leak in the pipe? Oh, there it is right there. Very handy. Practical use, it's going in the maybe pile, just because who doesn't want to have X-ray goggles? That would be so damn cool. Not saying I would use it to peep, I'm not Sanji here. It would just be practical to have, you know? Like, you know, if I was, you know, buying one of those random prize things, I can look to see which one's the rare one. Can I use it on lottery tickets? Could I set the depth on lottery tickets and I can look through the shaving part to see if it's a winner? Maybe. Okay, maybe. Number 22. Toraemon. And this is obviously a reference to Doraemon. A beast on the verge of extinction. It has a habit of stuffing things in its 4-dimensional pocket. You never know what kind of treasures it could have picked up. So, it's like a Pokemon that picks stuff up for you, and then you look and see what it has. So, does it just steal things? Do you just, like, walk around town and just like, oh, Toraemon, you stole that guy's wallet. That guy's probably gonna be pissed. You know, you get a nice little cat companion. So I guess if you're a cat lover, this will be the card for you. But just picks up random stuff on the street or around you. Like, if you're in the store, does it pick up, like, does it just steal stuff from the store and just give it to you? Because I don't think just because it takes things and gives it to you, therefore you're away scot-free, you know? So I'm going to say no on Toraemon. The Tome of 1,000 Tales. A book that shows you a different story each time you open it. If you want to stay on the same story when you put it down, use the special included bookmark. This reminds me of an old story called The Book of Sand, which is a similar premise. You open the book, and every time you open the book, even if you keep your thumb on the page, it changes every single time. I mean, I'm sure the stories are very captivating, very interesting, but it doesn't, like, suck you into the book world or anything. It's just different, really cool story each time. It doesn't even actually say it's a good story. It just says different stories. So they could be really boring. It could be like you open the story book and it's just like, one time Jacob went to the store and he bought some grapes. The end. Technically it counts, but not a very interesting story. This is going to be a no. What's next? Oh, this is a fun one. Hypothetical TV. Another Futurama reference. I was going to say another SpongeBob reference. Another Futurama reference is the What If machine. This is basically the What If machine. Input a hypothetical situation with the included remote, and this TV will show you a 30-hour documentary of the possibilities. You are also able to record it. Yeah. Yeah, what would happen if I decided to make a video on all 100 restricted slot cards in Greed Island in Hunter x Hunter? Can you use it multiple times is my question. Can I enter more than one hypothetical scenario? Because if that's the case, that's a definitely in the hypothetical, I mean, in the maybe pile, hypothetical TV. Yeah, I could see that. Like, what if I lived on a different planet? Click. What if I was president of Hungary? You know, like, I don't know. Any just input any crazy scenario in there, and it would give you a 30-hour documentary. I don't know how it would... What if I sat around all day and did nothing? Click. 30-hour documentary on a one day of activity. I don't know how that would happen, but, yeah. Cool. It's going in the maybe pile for certain. Risky dice. So this is the D20 from hell. A 20-sided die with 1 skull face and 19 star faces. Great things happen when you roll a star, but rolling the skull will be bad enough to cancel out all of the previous great events. Okay. So, luck here is kind of, once again, a weird kind of concept, but essentially how it was used in the anime was you roll the dice, you get good luck, you win good at lottery, or the gambling at a casino or something. Things like that. But if you hit bad luck, you basically die. Because whatever happens, happens. It's so bad that it cancels out everything that was good. So you essentially die. So even with a D20 like that, I've rolled some critical failures in my day. I'm not going to risk that. That's a no. Number 26. Night Shift Dwarves. They can do any work you can do, and they will work as long as you are asleep. They cannot do anything beyond your capabilities, though. Okay. Okay. So, anything only you can do. So, I can't order them to, like, hey, build me a house. Well, okay. Anything I can do, as in as a human being, in my potential as a human being? Because if you told me, is it possible for a single human being to build a house? I would say, yeah, it would take a very, very long time, but I would say it is feasible for one human being, and just one human being, to build a house. It would just take a really, really long time. But I personally don't know how to build a house. I don't know anything about construction or structures or anything like that, or blueprints or anything. So I'm assuming it's anything I could do. So basically these little gnomes, these dwarves, would just, maybe do household chores. Like, I'd be going to bed and I'd be like, hey, yeah, make sure to do my laundry and stuff, and clean the kitchen, I guess. I guess that's what they would do. I guess. Yeah, I guess that's how these would work. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty good at doing my own chores. I don't think I need, like, special night shift dwarves to help me out with that. Little pointy-hatted, dwarves to pop out and be like, come on, guys, let's do it. That's a no. I don't really need that. This is a cool one. The Book of V.I.P. passes. You can go anywhere with these passes. Book of 1,000. So you get a limited number, and they'll probably go through quick, but you can get into any event. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's like a local party or like a party with Hollywood celebrities. You could go there and you'd be like, I want to go to this party with Scarlett Johansson. You just rip the ticket out, go up. He's like, hey, this is a private party. Be like, excuse me, sir. He's like, whoa, I didn't know you were a VIP. Go right in. And you could just be in there, and I guess everybody knows you're allowed to be there, and everyone accepts you. It's like, just flash them the ticket. Like, oh, you're here, of course. Like, they would just psychically know. Like, it's like the Doctor Who psychic paper. Just, whoa, you're the Baron? That's crazy. You're the king? That's incredible. But like, yeah, you're here. Okay, so you can go anywhere you want. Actually, you know what? It doesn't clarify once you get in, they know you're there. They might just let you in. But that doesn't guarantee anyone's going to talk to you. So I could go to a party with Scarlett Johansson. That doesn't mean that she'll talk to me. It doesn't mean she'll be like, oh, Tekking, I'm a fan of your videos, of course. And like comes up to me and I start talking with, all these celebrities or anything like that. Robert Downey Jr. comes up to me or whatever. It's like, oh, Iron Man, hi. He's like, oh, Tekking, yes. I'm like, I don't think that's how this works. But maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe Pile. Definitely maybe Pile. 28. Capricious Remote. A remote control to manipulate... I'm talking like Christopher Walken now. A remote control to manipulate 10 emotions whenever someone feels towards someone else. On an intensity scale of 1 to 10, you cannot control how people feel towards you. So... basically how this works is you can control the emotions of others. You cannot control their emotions toward you. So you can't go up to somebody and be like, I want you to be extremely generous to me. You can't do that, but you could do that with other people. So basically you could just screw with people with this, I guess. You could just take two really good friends and set the remote to make them hate each other. Don't know why you would do that. That's kind of a dick move. Or if you see two people fighting, like a husband and wife that are fighting, you could set it to be like, oh, you feel really compassionate towards each other now. Yay, I guess, but nothing involving you, just other people. So you could use it to mess with other people, or I guess you could go on you could open up like a therapy office, maybe? You could open up a therapy office and people could come in and like couples therapy or whatever, and there's like, I don't like it, he doesn't take out the trash, all she does is complain. I'd be like, yep, thank you for the payment, group, and then just, oh, I love you, honey, I love you too, dear, I'm so sorry, and just, thank you, doctor, you're the best, and just, there's the money. I'm like, okay, so yeah, you could probably make some money off this, but, it doesn't seem like my kind of thing, No, Pile. This is a fun one. Number 29, the pre-order vouchers. Write the name of any commercially available product on a voucher, and you will be guaranteed to get it, regardless of its scarcity. You still have to pay for it, though. A book of 1,000. So once again, same as the VIP passes. All right, so first off, it has to be commercially available. And the thing is that you can't just write down, like, I want, like, well, what does commercially available mean? Because I was going to say a country. Like, I want to buy all of France. I feel like for enough money, like a ridiculous amount, a redonkulous amount of money, you might be able to buy the country of France. Any country, if you had enough money. But I guess commercially available as, like, it's on the market. You know what I mean? So you could go on a website and see it. So it's basically for, like, PS5. I write down the PS5. All right, you're guaranteed to get a PS5. You still have to pay for the PS5, which, by the way, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but I saw the price point for the PS5 for the disc version is $500 US dollars, and the digital version is $400. I don't know if that's confirmed yet. I just saw it. It was leaked, although that could have been a fake post. I mean, they'd be cool to have. I mean, if there's something that comes up that you know is going to sell out quickly, you just fill that out and you're good. But if it's a lot of money, you still got to pay for it. So, yeah, but I guess it's reserved for you for all time. So you have enough time, and you can reserve something for years and years. It'll never expire. Fun fact, that's actually how I ended up getting my Nintendo Switch. When the Nintendo Switch was released, I went up to Walmart like every single day because I was an idiot and I didn't pre-order it. So I went to Walmart every day to see if they would get one in. They didn't get any in for like, I think a month. And then one day I was in there and I checked and there was a single, no, it was like 2 weeks after release, there was one in the case. And I'm like, oh, there's just one left and I'm getting it. And I go up to the counter and I'm like, I want that Switch, can I get it? And he's like, oh yeah, you can. And I'm like, wow, it's good that you got this in. He's like, yeah, someone pre-ordered it 2 weeks ago, but they never showed up to collect it, so we put it up on the shelf and we just put it out like an hour ago. I'm like, perfect time. So that's how I ended up getting my Nintendo Switch. But in this case, the pre-order, I guess, would last for the rest of your life. So you could raise up enough money to get whatever you want to get. It's on permanent hold. So, maybe pile. I'd say maybe pile. Same thing with the Book of VIP passes. The Favor Cushion. Number 30. Seat someone on this cushion, and he will do, and I guess he or she will do one thing for you as long as it is within his capabilities. Okay. I mean, yeah. A favor cushion. It's implying it's a favor. So you're kind of forcing someone to do something. In their capabilities doesn't mean that's what they want to do. It's just like, so if you, like in the movie 30 Minutes or Less, you know, weird movie to reference there, but it's like you put this out and be like, hey, we want you to rob a bank. Well, that's in your capability to do it, but you don't want to do it, you know? And I guess it's a cushion so you could keep using it over and over and over again. This is something that I feel would definitely, like, you go mad with power after a while. As long as someone is capable of doing it, they have to do it. Nah, no, this would be like, hey, sit on this cushion. Nah, that's once again, that'd be too manipulative. What's next? Number 31. Double postcard to the dead. Address and mail this return postage paid postcard. Oh, good, you don't have to pay for postage. You don't have to pay for a stamp. That's convenient. And the next day, you will get a reply. Book of 1000. So, it allows you to contact anyone that's dead. Anyone that's dead. I could write this postcard to, like, I don't know, freaking Thomas Edison. Or Albert Einstein, and he could give me a response. Now, they don't say the response, like, I can't, like, say, like, hey, Al Capone, where's all your money? It's like, well, it doesn't say he's gonna tell you, it just says you'll get a response, and the response will be like, eh, screw you. And be like, I mean, you would probably use it for loved ones, family members that have passed away, and they would probably give you a nice response. That would be, Should I put it in the yes pile? Because you only get 3 of them. I mean, I could always go, I could put more than 3 and just select them later, but I'd say this is in the yes pile. Being able to contact the dead without all creepy ghosty, it's just you get a response, but you only get 1,000. And that sounds like a lot, but you would probably blow through them quick. You gotta fill, I guess it's just a postcard too, like a regular like 8x5 index card. You gotta write small on there, you know? That'd be interesting though, to get responses from people that are dead. Okay, alright. What's this one? Parrot Candy. Sucking on this candy enables you to produce any voice. The effect lasts until you ingest something next. A set of 10 packs with 50 candies per pack. So that's 10 times 50. That's 500, right? Yeah. Hold on. I have a calculator. 10 times 50 is 500. Yeah, I was like, okay, it's 500. Yeah. So this would have been useful like 5 minutes ago when I was doing Scarlett Johansson's voice. So I could literally put this in like a lozenge in my mouth and just, hi everybody, I'm Scarlett Johansson. That would be nice. That'd be tricky to have, like a prank thing to have. You know, once again, I mean, you could use it to like, you know, prank call people, I guess. You know, maybe pile, I guess. I mean, you could do some cool stuff with that, I suppose. Yeah. What's next? Okay, this one is, ooh, it's a holographic one. This is number 33, the Hormone Cookie. After eating this candy, your sex will temporarily change for 24 hours. A set of 10 boxes with 20 cookies per box. So you get 200 cookies, and basically you get Ivankov's Devil Fruit ability from One Piece, allowing you to change gender whenever you so choose. For 24 hours, then you revert back. Okay. I think most people have probably considered at one point in their lives, like, they've thought about it at least, like, if you're a guy, what would it be like to be a girl? If you're a girl, what would it be like to be a guy? Okay. I gotta tell you a story about this one. I'm not gonna use names. We were in high school, okay? We were in high school one day, 9th grade, we were in freshman year. We were in study hall, and me and a bunch of friends were hanging out in the back of study hall, just shooting the shit, talking. And this topic actually came up, like, if you had the ability to, like, change gender for, like, a day or whatever, would you do it? And I think we all unanimously decided on yes. But there was a girl in our group that I always remember, she's like, yeah, I'd do it. And all of the guys in the group were like, huh? And her response was, I just want to know what it feels like to, like, have something down there, like, like, moving around. She's like, I just want to know what it feels like to have that down there. And I'm like, it's, like, it honestly, it just adds more precious cargo. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? Every guy is like, it just gives you, like, whenever you get into a situation where you're about to fall down the steps or someone's about to get into a fight with you, it just gives you another thing to, like, the immediate, like, okay, you fall down the steps, first thing you do is, no! Guard the groin! But yeah, I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile, because it's temporary. I wouldn't want to stay a girl for the rest of my life, but you get 200 changes back and forth. Yeah, that would be a nice little experiment to see. I guess it wouldn't be any girl that you couldn't, like, choose. It would just probably be, like, you would look as you would look if you were born the opposite gender. So, I mean, we have face apps for that on, like, Snapchat and stuff that'll, like, change your face, to look like a girl. So, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, yeah, sure, right, alright. Next up, number 34. Number 34 is the university survey. Write various questions pertaining to yourself and give it to someone, and he will answer all questions honestly. Reusable. Oh god, no. I don't want that. That's like having the ability to read minds, which I don't know if there is a card in here for that, but I don't want the ability to read minds. I don't want to know what people are thinking about me, right? And I don't want to honestly know what people think about me. No, I mean, you'd think as a YouTuber, that would definitely be something I would be useful for. I would, like, mail it out to my fans, and they would have to respond to it, and be like, alright, this is what I can improve on. This is what... Your voice is too damn annoying! I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't want to know what people think about me on that kind of level with 100% unabashed honesty, okay? Yeah, no, thank you. The Chameleon Cat. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the Chameleon Cat. Here we go. An endangered species, once tamed, it can transform into any animal. However, its mass remains constant, so it will be a tiny elephant or a large hamster, for example. Alright, that's cool. So you get a cat, little kitty cat, that can transform into any animal. So you want a hippo, you get a cat-sized hippo. You get a hornet, you get a cat-sized hornet. Don't know why you would want that abomination, but you could get it. And I guess once tamed, so you still have to tame it. You get this cat that's, like, wild, like, ah, and it just, like, claws at you. But once you tame the cat, you have access to any cat-sized animal in the world. Okay, I'm gonna say no on this. Hard pass. I'm gonna say no. But, yeah, it's neat. I mean, it would be really cute to have that. Maybe pile. Alright, we'll put in the maybe pile. Alright, what's next? The recycling room. Put something broken in this room and it will be repaired as good as new 24 hours later. The door must not be opened until time is up. Ooh, that's a really good... Think about that. No, seriously, think about that one. Anything that's broken. How big is the room? If your house gets, like, burned in a fire... I guess you can't wheel your entire house into a fire. Okay, something that could be put in a room. But if you wreck your car... If you, like, wreck your car... Well, no, because it has to fit through a door. I guess it's a regular door that just fits you. Okay, let's make it simple. Anything that can fit through a regular-sized door frame, like I have back here. I have the camera covering up. Anything that fits through a regular-sized door that would fit you, you can fit in this room. That would still be incredibly useful. So I could take my broken laptop that's like, you know, like, oh man, this laptop's all busted, it's old, throw it in the recycling room, and then factory brand new as soon as it comes out. Obviously, if you break something, like if you drop your phone, you ever drop your phone and break the freaking screen and you're like, shit, pop it in the room, wait 24 hours, it's fine. Just, you have to make sure to put up like a no disturbing sign, you know, put like a bunch of tape in front of the door, like do not enter for 24 hours, make sure no one opens it. It doesn't actually tell you what happens after you open the door before time is up. Does it stay broken forever, or does it just reset the counter? Maybe it just resets the counter. But yeah, the number of things you could do for this are insane. I'm going to put this in the yes pile. Like I said, the yes pile is only for the ones that I could definitely see taking 100%, and I'll have to just... because I'm already at 3 right now. We're already at 3, and we're only up to card number 36. We're only a third of the way through. We got Angel's Breath, Recycling Room, and Postcards to the Dead. Alright, that's all we have right now. So there'll probably end up being more than 3 in the yes pile, and I'll have to sift through those. Okay, so here are the fledgling ones. Okay, so this will actually be able to cheat, because we're going to go through like 9 of these at once. So these are the fledgling cards. There's 9 of them. They fill up an entire page in the binder. We have Fledgling Athlete, Fledgling Art... Whoa, I moved the camera. I was worried I was going to end up doing that. Fledgling Artist, Fledgling Politician, Fledgling Musician, Fledgling Pilot, Fledgling Author, Fledgling Gambler, Fledgling Actor, and Fledgling CEO. And all of them have the exact same effect, just changed depending on whatever profession it is. So for Fledgling Novelist, for example, Fledgling Author, how it works is this. They're all the same effect. You have an egg. You get a magic egg, which this is Togashi writing this, so I'm feeling like Yu Yu Hakusho. You get a golden egg. You warm it in your hands for 3 hours a day for 1 to 10 years. When the egg hatches, whatever profession is on the card, you will be the top of that profession. So if you're a novelist, you have the egg in your hand, it hatches, you become like Stephen King, or one of the most prolific authors like William Shakespeare, one of the most prolific authors or novelists of all time, best-selling novelist. Politician, best politician of all time, you're a shoo-in to become the next president or prime minister or whatever. Pilot, best pilot ever, you pilot a plane. And there's 9 of these professions. So once again, do you want to be a athlete, artist, politician, musician, pilot, novelist, gambler, actor, or CEO? Now, how it works is the stronger your desire, the faster it hatches. So, if, like, I have no real desire to be a politician, okay? So if I get the egg, it'll probably take the full 10 years to hatch, but once it finally hatches, I'll be a top-rate politician. I could see myself being a novelist. Like, you gotta really want it, you know? You have to want it. So if you really want to be an actor, you get the actor egg. It might only hatch in a year. If you really, really want it, and you warm it for 3 hours every day, so, you know, let me do some math really quick. Let me pull up the calculator again. 3 hours a day times 365 days in a year, that's... So the least amount of time this could take is 1,095 hours warming this egg in your hand, and you can't let it go. You have to warm it in your hand. Maybe one hand or two hand, I don't know. So for 1,095 is the low end of that spectrum, and 10 years would be over 10,000 hours. Almost 11,000 hours with this egg. But overall, what you would have to do is really not all that difficult or dangerous. It would just be annoying. But you would probably just incorporate it, I guess, into your normal routine. And once it hatches, if you have enough desire, if you really, really want to be a top CEO, you'll get it. Like, you're like, I'm working for this company, I should be on top. Might hatch in a year, and then boom, you get elevated to like the president of the company, you're the CEO. So those are the fledgling cards. I got to go through 9 of those at once. I should probably pick one. What's something that I would really want to do? I've always wanted to be able to draw really, really well. I always thought that'd be really cool to draw. And I've also wanted to be a musician, like to play the piano really well, to play the guitar very well. Which one would I want to do? Be a great like the most amazing artist or the most amazing musician? Which one do I have more desire to do? Probably being a musician. top musician. I can play any instrument. I can play guitar, saxophone, drums, piano, like in an expert level. I would probably go with fledgling musician. I'd pick fledgling musician. I'll put that in the maybe pile. The rest I'll go in the no pile. So next is, almost halfway there, Gold Dust Girl. Okay, so this is a naked girl in a bathtub, and it doesn't show nipples or anything, but it's YouTube. I'm not even gonna risk. It would probably be fine, but it's a naked girl in a bathtub, and I don't know about YouTube anymore. A girl who sheds gold dust from her body. 500 grams of gold can be harvested from her daily bath. Very shy, she rarely leaves the house. So you have a girl that just lives in your house in the bathtub, and she doesn't live in the bathtub. She takes a bath every day, and you just get 500 grams of gold. Alexa, 500 grams of gold is how many American dollars?
As of June 22nd, 500 grams of gold was worth about $28,173 US.
Oh, okay.
On the foreign exchange.
Okay, so if you didn't hear that, that was about 28,000, about 28 G's for 500 grams of gold. I don't know how you would transfer all that out, like you do go to the cash for gold place or whatever. It would be in gold dust, so every day you'd be bringing a giant freaking thing of gold dust, and it's like, where are you getting all this gold dust? I'm like, that's not your concern. So for just the even equivalent, that'd be $28,000 a day. You just have a girl that just lives in your house, and I guess she requires food, and it doesn't say she's like some kind of like alien or something that doesn't require it. It just says it's a girl that lives in your house that takes baths and she sheds gold. I mean, that's a lot of money. Yes, I guess. Sure. Okay. I mean, just from the money alone, and also just, yeah, but okay. You live here now. All right, cool. What do you like to eat? I made spaghetti earlier tonight. It was nice. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Okay. This is another naked girl. Okay, 47. No, this is the sleeping girl. A girl who sleeps in your stead. You can be active for 24 hours without sleeping while she sleeps for you. Oh, okay, so those of you that are watching this video right now while trying to fall asleep, you need number 47. If you are an insomniac, you need number 47, the sleeping girl. Yeah, she's naked as well. I'm assuming, she's gonna be wearing clothes when she's sleeping, you know? Yeah, so you're able to just, I guess you feel fully refreshed and everything. Like, you just, like, when she falls asleep, you feel like, oh, perfectly refreshed. I don't know, I like to sleep. I like the sensation of, like, oh, that's nice, drifting off into dreamland, and dreams are fun. I don't know. This one I'm not sure on. It would be pretty handy to have this if it's, like, the rough nights where you can't get to bed, or you're just, like, maybe really stressing out over something. You're just like, oh. Then I could just, you don't fall asleep. She sleeps for you. So you're aware of your surroundings even more. No, that's a no. That's a no. That's a no. What's next? All right, this girl, I think, is also not wearing clothes, but she's covered with flowers, so I think that's okay. This is Aromatherapy Girl. A girl who emits the most comfortable aroma for you. While she's by your side, you will be stress-free. Yes. Yes. That's going in the yes pile. Not saying I have, like, serious stress problems or anything, but whenever it tends to happen, this would be nice to have. What's next? Number 49. This is a mermaid. I guess that's probably fine. These are the miniature cards. The next three cards are all miniature cards. This is miniature mermaid. This is miniature dinosaur, and this is miniature dragon. They're all the same basic thing. Tiny dinosaur, tiny dragon, tiny mermaid that just that just fits in your palm. Nothing else really special or unique about it. Well, yeah, kind of. A comfortable living environment puts her in a good mood, and she will sing with her beautiful voice. It doesn't say she has any special effect. It's just she sings in a really beautiful voice. The dinosaur produces a new species of tiny dinosaur with each new generation. Okay. And the dragon will obey your commands and will eventually learn to talk if raised with love. So it doesn't actually get any bigger. Like, so if you want to how you train your own dragon, which I'm told, I've never seen How to Train Your Own Dragon, but I've told I look a lot like one of the characters in that movie. Apparently, it's a dragon that you can tame, but it only stays that size. It never gets bigger. So if you ever want to, like, ride on a dragon's back or anything, that's not going to happen with this. But you have a dragon familiar that just hangs out with you and can talk. and is rather intelligent, I would suppose, if you raise it with love. I would put the dragon in the maybe pile. The dragon is in the maybe pile. The dinosaur and the mermaid, not really. The mermaid, you gotta change out her tank, and, you know, that gets all grimy in there. It's like, you gotta clean, you gotta get a filter. The dinosaur, I feel like, the dinosaur and the dragon, I feel like, the dragon especially, you could just let that hunt on its own like a cat. Just fire breathe it, just catches a mouse and just torches it and just eats it. Comes back in. It's fine. What's up next? Oh, these are the insect series. All right, so these insects do some weird stuff. So now we're getting into the cards that kind of come in groups, so I can kind of speed through this a little quicker. The Pearl Locusts. Each one of the pearls in its abdomen, I guess, is worth some money. An outbreak occurs once every dozen years or so. Okay, so whether or not they have pearls in them, I do not want to... It's literally a card that creates an outbreak of locusts. It's a card that creates one of the plagues. No thank you. The King Great White Beetle. It uses special pheromones to lure other insects to build a huge colony. It leaves the colony once a day for an evening stroll. That seems incredibly useful in my daily life. I cannot stop thinking of all of the applications that card could give me. Yeah, that's a no. I mean, I like insects. I'm kind of like, you know, a novice entomologist or whatever. I like studying insects and stuff, but, yeah, no. And then we got the Millennium Butterfly, a legendary insect named from the fact that the family of anyone who captures it will prosper for generations. I'm assuming it pops into existence, you capture the damn thing, and then you're good. So that one's actually really useful, because that means, like, your family will prosper for generations to come for, I guess, 1,000 years, where your family will be perfectly fine. So you won't be around anymore, but your family will be secure. That would be nice. I'll put that in the yes pile. I'll put that in the yes pile, because for long term, very useful, but the rest go in the no. Next up, we have, this one. This is the Revenge Shop. Report your grudges to the manager, and he will retaliate for you in proportion to your grievance. Pay extra to request a more severe retaliation. So you go into this revenge shop, you tell the guy, this guy cut me off in traffic, and he'll be like, all right, I'll break his toe for you. He's like, no, I want you to do more. You pay him more, and he does more damage. This would also be something I think the power would go to your head. You know what I mean? This would get to the point where it'd be like, oh, okay, I know what's going to happen now. Yeah, I'm going to put this in the no pile. That's something that would definitely get out of hand if you just keep doing it. Like, every time someone, especially if you're really, like, a hot-headed individual. I am really not, but if you're, like, a really hot-headed individual that gets really pissed off, like, if you're the kind of person that, like, someone leaves you a comment on YouTube and you immediately, like, shut up! You know, like, that's your personality. Oh, God, that card. No. 56 is the Perfect Memory Studio. Specify a time and date to get a picture of yourself in the past. You may also request a sequence of photographs. So it's basically like a Bacchio's Moody Blues from Golden Wind. You can relive any moment. So you'll be like, yeah, I want to relive, you know, the summer of 2007 when I was addicted to playing RuneScape, and I just get pictures of myself playing RuneScape. That was the halcyon days, my friend. But no, this one's pretty cool. I'll put this one also in the yes pile. Oh shit, we're getting a lot more yeses. We already have 6 in the yes pile. But perfect memory recall of any moment in your life, that would be very useful. Next up we have Hideout Realtor. The agent will build a secret room just for you at a place of your choosing. However, you must not tell anyone about it or bring anybody to it. Well, that's cool to have a secret room that's all yours, but part of having a secret room is eventually you show someone your secret room. Like, I have a secret room I live in for years, and let's say I get married, I have a kid, and then when that kid turns like 12, I'm like, I show him the secret bat cave we have under the house. They'll be like, what? That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't want to have a secret room I can't show anybody. Then again, that would be cool, and it would be built to my specifications exactly. And no one else, I guess, could access it unless I told them about it. What happens if I bring someone to it? It doesn't actually say what happens. It just says you cannot tell you must not tell anyone about it. I guess it just vanishes if you do that, I'm assuming. All right, I'll put it in the maybe pile. What's next up? We have like a Sadako-looking chick here. Secrets video rental. Rent videos of other people's secrets. You may not show the video or discuss its contents with anyone. So what's good then? So you can ask for the secrets of anybody you want, but you can't do anything with that information. I want the secrets of this, like, king of this country. Oh, man, that's crazy. Can't tell anyone. I guess what happens if you tell someone? Do you both die, or does the memory just get wiped? And you can rent the videos, so you have to return the videos in, like, the Dropbox the next day? Yeah. I don't want to know. I don't want people to know. I don't want anyone knowing, like oh, what they feel about me and my, like, every single one of my secrets 100% transparency. I don't want to know other people's secrets 100% transparency. You know what I mean? Yeah, just privacy for privacy's sake. What's up next? Oh, this is a good one. 59. Instant Foreign Language School. Spend time studying a language at this school, and you will accrue time on a timer, which is included. While the timer is activated and counting down, you will be fluent. When the timer is counting down. So you have a timer, you set it, you learn language. As soon as that timer counts down, like maybe 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, whatever, click, you will be fluent in whatever language. And I guess you can reuse it. So Japanese, French, German, Russian, Ukrainian, all that you could be fluent in. This is going in the yes pile because I would love to learn to be fluent in another language. That would be incredible. I might really go with that one. That one would be really useful to have. This one is number 60. Long lost delivery. Call the number and describe the item you lost, and it will be delivered to you the next day. It must be lost for longer than a month, so you can't just lose, like, ah, damn, I dropped my keys. I don't know where they are. You'd have to wait a whole month until to get your keys back. So if you, like, dropped and lost your credit card, probably couldn't wait a whole month for that. You'd probably have to cancel it right away. Or, like, your driver's license or your wallet. If you lost everything in your wallet at once, you couldn't wait a month for that. You'd probably have to wait. You have to probably do, like, do something else with it. But it would be useful. Maybe I can use it to get my mom's golden ring back that I threw out into the yard when I was, like, 5 years old. I tried to use it with a metal detector. Couldn't find it. Might still be out there, though. I gotta look for it again. But, yeah, I'll put this in the maybe pile. Number 61 is Vending Check-Up. Vending Check-Up. A full-body medical scan for just 500 jenny, or 500 yen, so that'd be like $5. However, the only results are all clear or anomaly detected, in which case it's recommended you see a doctor. So it doesn't really help you. It's a cheap MRI that you can take, or a full-body PET scan whenever you want, but it just tells you, you're good, or you need to see a doctor. How does that work? Is it like anything? So if I have a pimple, does it say, shh, anomaly detected, you should see a doctor? I have a bug bite. Yeah, anomaly detected. So, once again, you'd probably be paranoid. Like, you'd be using, like, how sensitive is this machine? It could be something simple like, oh, I got a paper cut. Anomaly detected, see a doctor. So, if it's that sensitive with any anomaly with your body, then you would just become paranoid and be using it constantly and going to the doctor constantly. So, no. I think it would cause more harm than good. Number 62. Club You Rule. Everyone in the club will do your bidding while you are there. However, 1 hour in the club equals 1 day outside. All right, so we got some time dilation abilities here. So you walk into the club and everyone's just like, Tekking! Woo! Yeah, Tekking's here! It's like, bring me an iced tea lager. Yes, sir! I guess they can only do things that are, I can't, like, bring me the country of France. I'm like, okay, how big is this club? I'm gonna say no, just because of the time dilation, and once again, you would probably just get swept up into everything, and just like, yay, and I don't know if I would feel really comfortable in that environment, you know? Like, it sounds good on the surface, but when you're actually in it, like, because a lot of times when I'm in a public place, I don't want a lot of people to, like, like pay attention to me. Like, that's what a lot of people kind of try to avoid, you know? They do whatever you ask them to, but I don't know, I would not want to walk into a club and everyone immediately stops and just like, Tekking! I'm like, okay, that would actually kind of freak me out. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, if I went to, like, a convention or whatever, and I went into, like, if I did a panel, I was gonna do a panel this year at TechoCon, but it got canceled because of everything going on, so, if I walked into a panel, I guess that'd be cool. Everyone's be like, oh, he's here, yay, Tekking's here, gonna do a panel. But like the doting on me, I think would be the thing that weirds me out. Like coming up to me, but like, would you like a drink, sir? Would you like this? Would you like this? How about this, sir? How about that? How about can I get you some of this? I'll be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's cool. It's cool. You know, I'm very shy in that capacity. Okay, number 63. Virtual restaurant. You can order any food you want, and you will feel full, but it is only an illusion. You will be given a multivitamin as you leave. I guess it tastes the same. So it tastes good and it fills you up, but it's only just an illusion. You're not actually accruing calories, and they just give you a multivitamin when you leave. Seems kind of pointless. I mean, you might be... Oh, I might be able to try foods that have been discontinued, so I can... This might be the only way for me to try Pop-Tart snack sticks ever again! Even if it's not real. I don't care about the calories. It tastes like a snack stick. Those rib sandwiches they discontinued, those were so good. Maybe pile. Maybe pile. 60. Okay, this is the Witches series. All right, so now we're getting into the Witches series. All right, the Witches series. We got Witches Love Potion, Witches Rejuvenation Potion, and the Witches Diet Pills. So they're all kind of self-explanatory. They all basically have the same effect. So essentially, you get a bottle of pills. The Love Potion comes with 500 pills. When you have your intended drink it, he or she will fall in love with you. One pill lasts 1 week. So this is the standard love potion. I think we've seen enough, like, shows to see this could backfire big time. Also, it's kind of a dick move to force someone to fall in love with you. But you get 500 pills. But they only last a week, though. One pill only lasts a week. So maybe, once again, you could use this to prank people. If these cards existed, a whole new wave of prank channels would exist on YouTube. Be like, hey, guys, I'm gonna go, give this pill to this random person and this random person on the street and see if they fall in love. And I'm gonna follow their life for a whole week, spending time together at restaurants, getting to know each other, have a passionate love affair. And then after a week, they're gonna realize they're complete strangers and watch and film that breakup. Yeah, that would be a whole new reality show just based around this premise. Yeah, that one wouldn't be for me. The Rejuvenation Potion. Each pill makes you physically younger by 1 year. You will retain all knowledge and memories, but beware, you will die if you take more than your age. One vial contains 100. So that would be useful for a bunch of reasons. It wouldn't give you immortality, or eternal youth, but, like, let's say I'm 27 right now. Next year I turn 28, pop a pill, down to 27 again. Then next year, 28, pop a pill, 27 again. So I would basically be able to stay at my age, or any age of my choosing. It depends. If it's an age that I haven't gotten to yet, that I would have to wait, like maybe if I want to stop at 30, wait 3 years, then get to 30, I'm 30 for the next 100 years. So I'd be live to 130 years old, and I would be 30 the entire time. And then after those 100 years are over, then I would start to age normally. And then after that, I guess I would die. So there's that. If I wanted to stay 24 forever or whatever, I'd have to take like 3 pills, go to 24, and then just every year continue to take one for 97 years. I don't see any reason I would want to stay. Maybe I'd pick like 25, maybe 25 or something. Just stay for 25 forever. Because there's not really a lot of stuff like you can't do if you're 25. If you're 25, you can pretty much do anything, like there's no legal restrictions. I guess I can't run for president. You need to be 35 for that, but I have no desire to run for president. But yeah, maybe I'll probably stay my age, or maybe 30. I'd wait till I turn 30. Maybe. That's in the maybe pile. And then anytime that I want to just be done with it, and I'm just like, I'm done taking, I just stop taking the pills. They always say that. Which is diet pills, though. Each pill makes you lose 1 kilogram. One vial contains 200 pills. Beware, you will die if you take more than you weigh. So you just got to be careful with that. 1 kilogram is, Alexa? 1 kilogram is how many pounds?
I didn't hear that. Please try that again.
Oh my god. Alexa, 1 kilogram equals how many pounds?
1 kilogram is about 2 pounds 3 ounces.
Alright, so 2.3 pounds. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with my body weight. It usually fluctuates between... You're finding out Tekking's weight today. Usually fluctuates anywhere between like 125 and like 135, like a 10-pound range. Right now I'm like 129, 130, I think. I've never really been really concerned about my weights. This would be something that, like, you know, like my mom would love to have or something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say no on the weight pills, on the diet pills, but and a no on the love potion, but a maybe on the rejuvenation potion. Then we have the Doyen's pill series. Doyen's pills. I don't know what Doyen's is. I think it's just somebody's name. Doyen's, number 67. Doyen's growth pills. Each pill makes you grow 1 centimeter taller. One vial contains 100. Not recommended for people under 20. Well, I'm 27. It would be nice to be more than 5 feet 5 inches tall and a half. Maybe a good solid 5'8". 5'8" would be good. But am I going to waste an entire slot just to grow 3 inches? That's... Because I don't want to be like a basketball player here. I don't need to be 6'5", you know what I mean? So, I'm going to say no, because I'm okay. I mean, I've been short my whole life. Sometimes it gets annoying. Like the other day I was at the bank and they have the drive-in, like, drive-through things at the bank where you have to, like... I had to open my car door and kind of walk out, basically. It gets annoying every now and then. But I'm not going to waste an entire slot just for 3 inches. You know what I mean? I guess I could give them to my friend. Are you short, sir? I guess. I was like, okay, what's next? 68. Doyen's virality pills. Ooh, virility. A certain part of your anatomy will get very frisky. Both endurance and frequency are enhanced. 1 vial contains 500 pills. So it's basically a specified slot card for Viagra. Like extra strength Viagra, I guess, and you get 500 pills. 30 grams. I was thinking the long game here, like the older I get. Like I'm 70 and I have trouble getting it up. Maybe, nah, I'm not gonna waste a specified slot on that. Alright. Number 69. Doyen's Hair Restorer. Luxurious hair will grow wherever it's applied. Use gloves or the hair will grow on your fingers and palms. 1 vial contains 200 milliliters, enough to cover 10 heads. Okay. I mean, I don't have a real problem with my hair. Baldness doesn't really run in my family or anything like that. If I did go bald, I'd probably just roll with it. Be like, alright, bald, whatever. Not gonna waste a specified slot on that. And if I'm old, it's okay to lose hair when you're older. Alright, now we have the Mad Scientist series. These are another ones that are interesting. Alright, we're getting near the end of this. Oh my god, we're an hour and oh wow, we're getting through this a lot quicker than I thought. I thought that I for certain would be here at least 2 hours. We still might be, don't, you know. Anyway, number 70 is the Mad Scientist Steroids. Okay, get all the muscles you want without exercise. Gadoosh! You must drink a liter a day for a week, and it tastes horrible. A 7-box set with 10 1 liter per box. Okay, so you need to drink a liter a day for a week, so that's 10 boxes of, 7 boxes of 10. So basically you can do this 7 times. You can give it out as Christmas presents, I guess. I guess the muscles are natural. They're not like crazy steroids that give you all the negative effects and stuff. It's like you just have muscles. Okay, cool. You got muscles. It would be cool to have a 6-pack. You know what I mean? Like, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to go through the trouble of, like, trying to get a 6-pack or, like, giant pythons or whatever. But, you know, if this was, like, the easy solution to the problem, just drink a liter a day, though. Oh, a liter a day. A liter is... Oh, okay, so it's like 2 bottles of water. That's less than I thought. That's not bad. That's 500 milliliters of water right here. I could do that. This goes in the maybe pile. The Mad Side Tekking's on roids! You know, that goes in the maybe pile. I could drink 2 bottles a day. It would taste horrible. But then after just 1 week, just get like 1 week of this shit, you know? Gotta deal with 7 of these, like 7, so it'd be 14. It'd be 14 bottles of this gunk every day. Every week. 1 week. Just 1 week. 14 bottles, twice a day, 1 week, and then after it, I'm just ripped. Okay, I could go with that, sure. Don't do steroids, kids. Not that capacity. Not that capacity, please. But these are magic Nen steroids. Mad scientist pheromones. Spray your body to attract the opposite sex. However, you cannot adjust the strength of the effect, so be careful, as it may cause a proliferation of stalkers. And yeah, that is the typical love potion of like, I want this person to love me, and then the genie grants the wish, and then the person becomes like obsessed with you. Like, no, not preferable. And the last one in the Mad Scientist series is number 72. Mad Scientist Plastic Surgery. Scan a picture of the face you want, and you will end up with an exact likeness. However, each surgery carries a 5% chance of failure and a 1% chance the machine will break. So, it gives you a machine that you can reuse. Like, you could scan the picture in, and I guess put your face in. It says the exact, I guess it's only your face that changes. It's not like Bon Clay's fruit that changes the body. It's just your face. So, that comes with some problems. And a 5% chance of failure and a 1% chance the machine will break. So if you keep using it, the machine's just, eventually it's just going to break. I can't really see a lot of applications for this to have, like, I can have Chris Hemsworth's face on my body. Yeah, no, I'm just going to put in this in the no pile. All right, now we're moving on to the Gem series. This is another set of 9. Thank God we're moving through these as a decent clip here. All right, so there's 9 of these. These are all various gems and jewelry. All right, this is Night Jade, number 73. A jewel blessed by the devil. When danger is about to befall its owner, it will deflect it to someone else. So it sucks to be that other person, but if you're about like to get into a horrible accident or something, then it just gets redirected to someone else and you avoid the accident. So it's kind of like those life orbs in like those extra live things in Toriko. Like you have the things, and so if you're like, oh, car accident, you avoid it, but somebody else takes the damage. That's not good. But I'll put it, I mean, it's handy to have in case something really, really bad happened to you. But I don't want it to push on someone else. I'll put it in the maybe pile, I guess. You know? Then we have Sage's Aquamarine. The owner will have many intelligent friends and keep those friendships for their entire lives. Okay, that's pretty handy. Put that in the maybe pile. Wild Luck Alexandrite. The owner will get to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience, though you cannot choose whether it's for the better or for the worse. So you can have once-in-a-lifetime experiences like you walk in on a bunch of rabid beavers. Well, that's a once-of-a-lifetime experience. Yeah, I'm going to put that in the no pile. Roaming Ruby. The owner of this ruby will gain immense wealth, but will never be able to remain in the same place for more than a week. That's a shitty... You have to move every week? Fuck that. Yeah, that's not a good one. We're not doing that. Beauty Magnet Emerald. Specialist offering beauty services will flock to its owner. Who will shine with hair... God, okay, I'm going to read this again, okay. Specialists offering beauty services will flock to its owner. Who will shine with heather for unto unrecognized beauty. Okay. A bunch of stylists and makeup artists come to you and make you gorgeous. Really gorgeous. No. Lonely Sapphire. The owner of the sapphire will acquire vast wealth, but in exchange will spend a lifetime alone, forsaken by friends, family, and significant others. Everybody hates you, but you're rich. So you're Scrooge. I don't want to be Ebenezer Scrooge. Rainbow Diamond. A diamond that shines a rainbow of colors. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Propose with this diamond and she's guaranteed to say yes. Or I guess whoever you propose with says yes. The dazzling beauty allows you to marry anybody you want. I guess. But you'd already be dating them, so... I mean, you could sell it. Somebody would probably want it. Maybe. Levitation Stone. A stone about 1 carat in size that levitates. It can levitate one person and receives energy from sunlight. I guess the more energy from the sunlight it gets, the more you can levitate? Yeah, okay. I don't think there's any card that gives you outright flights, so this would probably be the closest thing to that. Yeah, okay, maybe pile. Yeah, it doesn't seem any downsides to that. And then finally, Blue Planet. A unique, this is the one Biscuit wanted. A unique blue jewel. Its composition does not correspond to any known mineral, so it's given the name to mean a gift from space. Okay. No idea. I guess you could sell it and get money for it, but it doesn't say how much it's worth. I'm guessing it would sell for a lot if it's one of a kind. So I guess the maybe pile just to sell it, but beyond that, don't really see much more applications. It's just a rock. Bisky would punch me. All right, number 82, Staff of Judgment. Raise this staff in the air. You shall not pass! Raise this staff in the air while calling out the name of someone you want to punish, and a calamity will befall the one who has committed more bad deeds, the target or yourself. So you'd be like, you know, John Smith! And then whoever did more bad deeds, either you or John Smith, will get smoten. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use the smiting staff. I'm not going to do that. Sword of Truth. Splits into anything and anyone deceitful. In trials, it's criminal's worst nightmare. The sword will shatter when used to cut something true, but will regenerate if stored in its scabbard for a day. So it basically tells you when people are lying. If you're lying, you cut someone with the sword. I guess, wait, does it like Tsukushima sword, like cut you without actually cutting you, or does it just cut you? I guess you could just like give them a paper cut and just be like, ah, it cut you, you're lying. And then it just regenerates if it breaks and... nah. Paladin's Necklace. This is Gone's favorite card. A player wearing this will reflect curses upon cast on them and can only undo curses placed on cards he touches. So this is a card that really is only applicable for Greed Island, the game. As we get more into the last parts, like in the 90s of these cards, you see a lot more effects that only deal with card effects from the game. So they're really not applicable. Case in point, the next one, Scapegoat Armor, or Sacrifice Armor. Renders ineffective any attack by a weapon reverted from a card. Beware, as it will randomly break sometime within the first 100 attacks. So it's only useful in Greed Island. So it's a no, because you can't really use it on... I guess it's a really fancy armor, but you can't... There's no cards in the real world that have magic powers. Quiver of Frustration. It gives you 10 leave cards. That's from the game. I think you could see where Togashi may be starting to run out of some ideas. Let's see. Shield of Faith. It uses the spells Relegate, Return, Drift, and Collision from the game. I can kind of skip all these, but I'm going to go through all of them. Eternal Hammer. Anyone hit with this hammer will be afflicted with one random attack spell. Levy. Or Tax Collector's Gauntlet. Allows you to cast Levy. Spell card effect. Memory Helmet. You will never forget anything that you see or hear while wearing this helmet. Unfortunately, it's extremely large and heavy. So I guess you put on the helmet and look at something or hear something, and it's in the memory, and it's you take it off, and you just put it back on, and you can remember it instantly. There's actually a device that already does that. It's called a camera, and a digital camera, and pretty much everybody on this planet has one in their pocket right now. So if you have a moment in your life that you absolutely do not want to forget, take out your phone, film it. You can watch it again and again and again with perfect recall because you're filming it. So there you go. Not really useful to have this. Strap a giant dome on your head. This is a cool one. Plastic King. Recombine the parts of this 1-to-1 scale model kit to build any kind of vehicle. Fully functional, fuel not included. Hold on a second. I actually have a little model. This is the only model vehicle I've ever built in my life. It's the DeLorean from the Back to the Future franchise. So, if I build the DeLorean, I get an actual freaking DeLorean time machine. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. I get a freaking time machine. That counts. Or the Batmobile. I have a Batmobile one I never got to working on, but I have a Batmobile one, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What's next? Swap Ticket. Rip the ticket and give it to someone you want to switch with, and you can live his or her life for 24 hours. Book of 1000. So that's actually pretty cool. So going back to the gender thing again, you know, if you have, so you would have, well, you don't necessarily have to know them. You could just find someone and just, like, rip the ticket and give up to someone on the street. Like, have this! Like, ah! What happened? Like, I mean, that has some applications. I'll put that in the maybe pile. You know? And you get 1,000, so that's cool. The Book of Life. That's also a Yu-Gi-Oh card. An encyclopedia of everyone who's been in your life since your birth, with records of conversations and memorable incidents. It may end up being tens of thousands of pages long. So that's cool. So it's a book, so you can look up anybody. Be like, I want to look up that friend I had when I had a friend named Ian when I was in elementary school. Don't get to see him too much, but I can look him up, and I can see every little thing that we did, running around like idiots, playing like Power Rangers and shit when we were little kids. Or anybody I've ever met in my life. That's a maybe pile. That could be useful. If I was like, oh, that's a very nostalgic kind of thing. That might be handy. This is another spell thing. This is Bandit's Blade. You can cast Mug, Pickpocket, or Thief. Then you have Secret Cape. Cast Blackout Curtain on you. That's a spell from the game. This one is Clairvoyant Snake. Allows you to cast Clairvoyance. Oh my god, we're almost done. Silver... Oh, no, this is a 3D camera. Pictures taken with this will be developed as 3D objects with all textures reproduced. Make enlargements as needed. So it's basically a 3D printer. Keep in mind, this was like Hunter x Hunter. You know, Togashi came up with these cards in probably like the early 2000s. So, yeah, 3D printers weren't really a thing yet. So you can do that now with 3D printers, and I'm sure this one is probably more detailed. It could print out like actual textures and stuff. Like it would be the exact texture you want. I guess, and it doesn't say anything about breaking, like 1,000 uses or 100 uses or something. I'll put that in the maybe pile. We only got 3 left. Number 98, Silver Doggy. An endangered species with silver fur. If you mix 5 grams of gold into its food every day, it will excrete 1 kilogram of silver. And it's shit. Silver shit. I would like to have a cute little puppy, but I don't think I would feed it. I mean, where do you get 5 grams of gold every day? I mean, I might have 5 grams of gold just laying around the house, like in random jewelry and stuff, but every single day? I guess I'd have to get the Gold Dust Girl ultimate combination. Gold Dust Girl and Silver Dog. Hold on. I think I have her in the maybe pile, right? Yeah. Yeah, there she is. I can't show her, but yeah. Silver Dog, Gold Dust Girl, the ultimate combination. You can get even more money. I would say maybe, but not even really for the silver part, just because I like doggies. I like doggos. And I would get a doggo. And it's just a regular dog. If you don't feed it gold, it's just a normal dog. I would love to take the dog to a vet, though. That'd be hilarious. My dog keeps shitting silver. Okay. Number 99, Panda Maid, an endangered species, very neat and loves to cook, and each has a hobby such as sewing or gardening. They are excellent at taking care of human children. So, if you have kids and you want to have a lot of free time on your hands, I guess this would be the card for you. If you're like stressed out parents that just had their first kid and you're like, oh my god, he just won't stop crying, this would be the card for you. Panda Maid, and then the panda. By the way, I would love to be raised as a panda. No offense to my parents, I think they did a great job, but if I had a choice between being raised by humans or a panda, the panda's going to win every single time. So, I'm going to be raised by a panda, and the panda can sew clothing and stuff, and really cool. These panda. I got a Panda Maid. All right, cool, panda. And then finally, card number 0, or card number 100, however you want to say it, is Ruler's Blessing, and that's way at the top here. Ruler's Blessing. You are given a castle as a prize, with a population of 10,000 included. Its residents will live according to whether your laws and your commands you issue. Now, here's the thing. In the game, Gon got this card, plus he was allowed to take 3 cards out of the game. So you get this card no matter what, if you finish the game. But you have to basically live in a town on Greed Island, the capital city, Lumerio, I think the name was, or Lumeria. And there's 10,000 people that live in the town that'll do whatever you say, and you're the king, and you rule a town. That's awesome. But it's on Greed Island, and you can't, like, you know, it's just one location in the world. It's kind of like a big fish in a small pond sort of deal. So, you get it no matter what. It's up to you whether or not you want to use it. I guess you don't have to live on the island. You just, like, I decree this, and then you can go screw off for, like, a couple of days or months or years and come back whenever you feel like it, you know? So, you get it no matter what. So, I'm going to keep this, right? And it's only on the game itself. But that is all of the specified slot cards. That took an hour and a half. Only an hour and a half. Wow, I thought this was going to be way longer. I thought this was going to be like 2 hours long, minimum. Oh. Oh. I did it! Oh, but I still have to pick the 3. Alright, so, yeah. Alright. Sue, we have to pick 3 cards now. I only have 7 in my yes pile. 7 in the yes pile. We have Perfect Memory Studio, Millennium Butterfly, Aromatherapy Girl, Recycling Room, Postcards to the... Oh, sorry, I bumped it again. Postcards to the Dead. There we go. Foreign language classes, and Breath of Archangel. Okay, so, Angel's Breath. I don't know why I keep saying Breath of Archangel. Maybe there's like a translation or something. So, that is 7, I think. 7 cards, I can only pick 3. Alright, well, I'm definitely going with Angel's Breath. The ability to cure any illness, no matter how terminal, no matter how incurable, or any wound as well. Get into a car accident, healed immediately. Lose a limb, healed immediately. That is too good to pass up. Even if it is just one use, you would be very, very cautious on how you use it, but you have it. It's kind of like your Hail Mary pass, you know? It's just kind of like, okay, no matter what happens in your life, you get one freebie, okay? Or if a loved one gets a horrible illness, you can use it on them. Postcards of the Dead, like... Thankfully, I don't have very many people in my lives. My lives. It's been an hour and a half, I'm sorry. I don't have that many people in my life that have died. My grandparents on my dad's side. I have an uncle on my dad's side. I had an uncle that actually passed away when he was only 11 years old. I never met him. Is my dad's youngest brother, Terry. My name was actually going to be Terry. They actually, when I was born, what was one of the names that my parents were considering? My dad was like, well, let's name him Terry after my brother. And they went with Matthew instead. But I like Terry. I like that name. So that'd be kind of cool to, like... Because it doesn't have to be just me. Like, anybody can have these postcards, I guess. Anybody just writes... It just says... Let me pull it up the postcards again. So that's 31. Double postcard to the dead. Address and mail this return postage paid postcard to a deceased person, and you will get a reply the next day. A book of 1,000. It doesn't say I have to use them and only I can use them. It just... I have a book of them that just appears, and I can just give the postcards to anybody I want. So I'm gonna take the postcard to the dead, because that one, you could use it for so many... You can get closure on things. You could talk to someone that's been dead for years, maybe. You could even talk to people that have been dead for centuries, millennium. That's just way too useful to have. Way too useful to have. So that means we have one left. Do I want my family to prosper for 1,000 years? Do I want to have Moody Blues from Golden Wind? Do I want to have a stress-free aromatherapy girl? A room that can fix anything? Or do I want to have the ability to know any language I want after some study? Where's that musician card? Did I put the musician card in the maybe pile? I feel like the musician card should be in the same pile with the yes pile. Yeah, that musician one. And that muscle. Nah, the muscle one's I'm okay without muscles. I'm okay without being buff. It's okay, guys. There's a gym for that. If I really want to be dedicated to it, I'll just hit the gym. These are things that cannot happen like that. Like being a musician, man, I mean, that would take, well, years, but this would guarantee it. Guarantee I would be a top-rated musician. It's not like practice for a couple years and I'm a mediocre mediocre musician. This would guarantee I'd be an amazing musician. I'd be playing the damn guitar like freaking Jimi Hendrix after this was over. You know what I mean? What do you guys... This is hard. Anyone out there is doing the same thing I'm doing right now. This is hard. Damn it! I'm split right now. The Millennium Butterfly would be great, but I'm not alive, so, you know, it would guarantee my family would be great for 1,000 years, but, you know, that doesn't have an immediate effect on me. I know it's kind of selfish, but it's like, well, everybody makes their own destiny, right? You do fate, you know, the future is not set, you know, it's up to you guys, so put that one aside. The no stress thing, I mean, I don't experience stress to, like, an insane degree where I have, like, you know, serious problems with it. Every now and then I'll have problems, you know, like have a panic attack or something, but I don't know if it's worth wasting an entire card for that. But that would be nice. Like, whenever you have a panic attack, you could just use this and just, oh, okay, I'm all good now. I'm fine. The perfect memory studio, I think I'll put that aside. I don't think that. I mean, that would be nice to have. It's like the encyclopedia. Like, that would be nice to have, but you know, a lot of the major parts of my life that have been going on for the last 10 years, I have pictures. I have memory. I have pictures already on my phone. I don't have pictures, obviously, from when I was, like, 5 years old, but, well, I do have pictures from when I was 5 years old, but not, like, every major moment in my life. But, you know, you document most moments in your life that are most prominent on your phone now. And I save all the pictures on my computer, on my hard drive, so I don't think I would really need that. So it would be between these three. I'm kind of... Aromatherapy Girl's kind of on the side right now. I'm on the cuff of learning, okay, I could have a room that fixes anything I want, or the language. This is tough. I guess I would go with the recycling room. Because at the end of the day, if I really wanted, like, I'm learning Japanese right now. I'm not great at it, but I know some words in Japanese. You know? Like, you know, I know mochiron. Sasuga. Sasuga just means, like, you did it! I knew you could do it! You know? So I know words in Japanese and stuff. You know? Your shin is sune. Your knee is hiza, I think. In Japanese, knee is hiza. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, I could learn a language. I wouldn't be able to learn every language probably in my lifetime, but maybe if I buckled down, I could learn German or something. But the recycling room, if something breaks and it's really valuable, if it's like a priceless antique, something that you just can't fix, or it's just gone forever, this could fix it. It could fix anything. So, I'm going to go with recycling room. All right, so that's my final selection. Angel's Breath, double Postcard to the Dead, and recycling room. That's what I'm going to go with my 3 specified slot cards. If I won Greed Island, let me know below which 3 you're going to pick. Also, I own a town. I own a city. Barry, I'll give that one to you. I have no interest in really ruling over a town. You can be the king. All right, well, that's the video. That's about an hour and 43 minutes. I'm going to edit this a little bit, but, yeah, I don't really... I kind of set it up this way so I don't have to edit, so I didn't have to put the pictures of every single car. That's why I kind of set this up over here. You know, but anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. There's really no point for me doing the magic cards, the spell cards, because they're all just limited effects just for the game of Greed Island, and the game of Greed Island doesn't even really exist, so that would be pointless, like the last cards in there. But I thought the specified slot cards, I feel like... I don't think anybody's ever done this. I think I'm the only person to ever actually sit his ass down and do an entire video for this. So, out of respect for the man, the myth, the legend, Yoshihiro Togashi, I took the time to examine your cards. So yeah, I'm now going to have a hot honey walnut to kind of soothe my throat. I wonder how spicy these are going to be. I am probably going to regret this. That is not spicy. Okay, there it is. That has about as much spice on it as, like, not even, like, the... Have you ever had not the blazing hot Doritos, but just, like, the regular, like, hot Doritos? It's, like, a little bit of a flash of a spice, and that's it. Probably would compound the more I ate, but they're good. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been this. Have a good one. Signing out.